Alright, so today we are talking about Ahsoka Episode 3. And overall, again, another really good episode. Wish it was longer, but I understand that episodes 1 and 2 are meant to be longer so that way they can hook you, and now this is probably what the normal run time for the episodes will be, but still, even with it being shorter, good episode. I'll just kind of get this out of the way now, but really my only complaint with the episode is that we're still we are still pushing this like Jedi training onto Sabine. And again, like, I wouldn't have such an issue with it if we saw some inkling of her being force sensitive in the past. I think that her wanting to have Ahsoka teach her how to use a lightsaber is perfectly fine, especially when she already got previous training from Kanan to use a lightsaber before. But I don't know, they're kind of making it seem like anybody can like be able to use the Force and wield it if you have enough training and discipline and stuff, which the idea is cool and interesting, but that kind of like gets rid of the whole point of Force sensitives, because obviously like everybody and every living thing has the Force in it, but I always kind of took it as Force sensitives were able to like tap into that energy and be able to use it, and they're kind of implying that with enough training and stuff anybody can do that. So a little iffy on that. I wouldn't really have so much of an issue with it. Like, they keep on saying like I don't have the or Sabine keeps saying she doesn't have the Force, she can't use it, but I know that by the end of the series it's going to be like this big revelation thing. Like, it's just super obvious, and so I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't ruin anything for me. I still have fun watching the episodes, but it's just kind of one of those things where I'm just like, okay, I guess. But other than that, I like the character work with Ahsoka and Sabine in this episode, seeing the training and stuff. We walk in on, or I guess Ahsoka walks in on Hu Yang, I think is the robot's name, training Sabine, and it's kind of cool because he has these like holographic targets that she's swinging at, and it's like they're going through like different forms, and at the end it kind of looks like where she was supposed to hit and where she was hitting. So it's cool to see like some more Jedi like training, like how they would kind of hone their skills back in the day, and I think that's pretty cool. And then we see Ahsoka put a mask on Sabine and try to get her to be more attuned with her senses and try to like tap into the Force a little bit more to be able to anticipate things and be able to like see without her eyes, essentially. And you know, in the beginning it's kind of like she's struggling with it, but Sabine kind of not really gets the hang of it, but you can tell that she's kind of improving, and you know, that's pretty fun. Again, just seeing more Jedi training, similar to like what we see in A New Hope with Luke and the one training droid, so that's pretty cool. Then we get to the space battle between I keep on forgetting, they're basically the Dark Jedi, like the Sith and the Inquisitor and stuff, like their little group. They kind of intercept Ahsoka and Sabine, and they have like a space battle, and it's really, really fun, really cool. In the beginning, again, Ahsoka and Sabine aren't really working together all that well, but then they finally start to complement each other, and then they actually start to be able to take control of the situation in the fight, and it's really fun. What else? Uh, so there's a scene where Hera is talking to a bunch of senators and the new chancellor, who is Mon Mothma, and she's trying to convince them to like give her permission to basically take the fleet, go help Ahsoka and Sabine, because like the potential for Thrawn returning, what that could mean, like preventing another war, like, and like the one senator is just being a total dick about it, to where he's like, oh well, this is like your this is part of your wild goose chase to go find your friend Ezra. And obviously like that's part of it, but at the same time you would think that these senators and like the people of the New Republic would respect like the heroes of like the rebellion, and like if one of them is like, hey, like there's a potential for Thrawn to return. Thrawn, the imperial tactical genius who like could outsmart us and took down like so many of our like bases, and like was able to outsmart us on multiple occasions. Yeah, that guy. He might come back, so I kind of need to go like back up my friends, and like they have a lead on where he could like be coming back from, and they just kind of ignore her, and they're just like, oh, we can't devote troops and like our resources to go helping, like. And then there, in the beginning of the conversation, like Hera talks about how in the previous episode, like they found like imperial spy, not really spies, but still imperial sympathizers, and the one senator is like, oh, there are a lot of people from the Empire that are part of the New Republic now. They all swore an oath. And Hera's like, oh, what is the line that the dude said? Long live the Empire or whatever. Doesn't sound like loyalty to me. Like, there's obviously people that still hate or are still loyal to the Empire, and the only reason why they joined was to be on the inside, because you basically just handed them a free pass to be like, hey, look, we need people to build this New Republic, so like if you just swear an oath and say that you're with us, you can work for us and like do a whole bunch of stuff that we need done. So it's just kind of funny to me how stupid these senators are and how blind they are to what's really going on. And you can already see like the New Republic is barely even like up and running, and then already there's cracks like beginning to form and people just turning blind eyes to things. And it's kind of annoying, but that's how governments are, and that's how like people are. So yeah, I mean, it's annoying, but at the same time it's kind of funny because we already know like what's going to happen to the New Republic because of the sequels and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, you guys would really think that you'd learn from your mistakes. But either way. And then we get to actually see Hera's kid, Heron and Kanan's kid, I should say, which is actually really nice. I wasn't expecting that, and when she brought him up at the beginning of the meeting, I was like, oh, are they going to show him? And they do after she gets out of the meeting. And it's kind of cute because it's cute, and then it's also like kind of heartbreaking because he goes up to Hera and he's like, oh, Chopper told me that Aunt Sabine is training to be a Jedi. I want to be a Jedi, Mom. I really want to be a Jedi. And she's like, yeah, I know you do. And you can like kind of see like like how proud she is of him having that mentality, but also like how much that must hurt her because of what happened to Kanan, and like how dangerous being a Jedi is, like. And obviously, like, again, you can see how proud she is for him to have that mentality, but it's like, man, that hurts. But yeah, it was just nice I wasn't expecting to see her kid, and it's a nice touch. And I think that's pretty much it. The episode ends with Ahsoka and Sabine landing on the planet where the Dark Jedi / Sith, I still don't know what to call them, are working on this big hyperspace ring to presumably travel to the new galaxy where Thrawn is. And yeah, they're just kind of hiding out there because of the damage from the space battle, and they're planning their next move. And at the end we see the master of the Dark Jedi send troops into the Force to go and find them. So presumably in the next episode we'll be seeing them interact, and there'll be a big fight, possibly some more lightsaber fights between Ahsoka and the Master. So overall, good episode, enjoyed it. As I had a couple of nitpicks, but overall, really good episode. Still excited to see where the series goes. Still excited to see like what happens and how they or what they plan to do with everything. So if you have not, go watch the episode. Ahsoka is pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm excited to see where everything goes. So that is all I have. Those are all my thoughts. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions down in the comments. And yeah, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.